I love today's question. How would I describe recovery? So here's the thing. To me, there's a very big difference between recovery and abstinence. And here's what I mean. When you abstain from your addiction, you're just not doing it. So for me, as a gambling addict, when I wasn't at the casino or doing scratch offs or whatever the things were, I was abstaining. Recovery, though, is more than just the absence of the addiction. It's a personal development. It's taking the journey to become a better version of myself, to be everyone I didn't know I was capable of being, quite honestly. As someone who's either gambled or partied most of her life, I didn't know that I could be as kind or unselfish as I am. I didn't know that I would make other people a priority. I didn't know that I could have a voice in the world and do good. I didn't know that I could be honest all the time. I didn't know that I could be healthier than I ever was. And not just physically, but healthier in my thinking. No, don't get me wrong. I still have negative voices. I still beat myself up. I still have dialogue going on that I'm not as excited about having as I am when I have the good dialogue. But that's part of recovery too. It's taking notice and doing the things every day that continue to work on dulling those voices and making it so that my Bobbi the awesome voices come out. The ones that tell me I'm capable of doing anything and that I'm going to make a difference and that I'm doing a good job. I don't have to be perfect. That's what recovery is. It's more about the journey, and it's about trying to do better, and it's about showing up for myself. That's what recovery is. So in addition to being healthy mentally, physically, my recovery journey has led me to spiritual health, which blows my mind, by the way, because for the longest time, I wouldn't even say the G word, that one that starts off the Serenity Prayer, if you're familiar with it. But through my recovery process and paying attention to my thoughts and my actions and my feelings, paying attention to my feelings, again, not anything I ever did in active addiction, just recovery, I discovered that I am not in control of it all. It's not the Bobbi show. It's not me being able to do everything for everyone. So there had to be something bigger and better than my capacity. That's what recovery is. And it looks different for everyone. And I'm not telling you to believe in any one thing or that what you believe in is wrong. What I'm saying is, for me, figuring out what I believe in. Who do I want to be? How do I want to show up? That was part of recovery too. Not judging other people, not taking their inventory, as we say in the 12-step rooms. Making it about me, and not me in a selfish way, but making it about me in a self-devoted way. I love that term. I learned it in a class. I used the word selfish, and selfish is so harsh, but we have to take care of ourselves. We need to be self-devoted. And as I go through life and I go through the last few years of seeing how that works, what I'm realizing is those who don't pay attention to themselves and doing their own healing and staying in their lane, so to speak, they can't show up well for other people. For me specifically, if someone doesn't take care of themselves, they're not going to be a good spouse, a good parent, a good employee, because they don't have it to give in those roles because they've never done it for themselves. That's the recovery piece. That's the healing piece. It's being able to look in the mirror and say, I love myself. I have flaws. We all do. But I love myself anyway. I'm beautiful on the inside. I'm beautiful on the outside. I don't need other people's approval. I'm going to do the best I can, and that's all I have control over. maybe I cross that with, what does recovery mean to me? Or how do I show up after recovery? And I'm sorry if I murked that all up. I think the question was, what is recovery? That's how I define recovery, and that's what has made it so that I'm able to be here with you. Because that's another piece of recovery that I didn't even mention, is the paying it forward piece of recovery, helping others where it helps my soul. I'm honored to be sitting here to be able to tell you my truth. And hopefully, if you need to hear it, you can hear it, and maybe, just maybe, it'll help you take action, or maybe even understand gambling addiction a little more, or addiction in general a little more. Thank you.